Hello and welcome to another Battle for Hyrule 2 race. This is 100% No Up, a Cantaloupeme versus jkoper in a best of three series. I'm John Tabin. Joining me on the microphone is Red Octorok. How are you doing this evening / morning, Red Octo?
I am well, whatever time of day this is.
Yep. And they're off. So, rules of 100%. This is based on the rules established many years ago at Speed Demos Archive. They need top uh, the top upgrade of all dungeon items. They don't need intermediate upgrades. They need the bomb upgrades, the heart containers, the magical sword, and they need the red candle and the magical boomerang. Don't necessarily have to get the blue candle uh, and the wooden boomerang, but the blue candle is usually routed in because it's a lot faster than waiting until going to 7 to burn any bushes, because as mentioned, we need bomb upgrades. So jkoper does not get the initial bomb, neither does Cantaloupe, so they will get a static bomb by clearing out these dark nuts. Cantaloupe a little faster out of first factor. Koper on 1 heart.
Now, jkoper, this is his second run of the day. Or he did another different category earlier in the day.
Yeah, he had a swordless match against me early in the evening. I think he was doing randomizer stuff in between then and now.
Wow.
I don't know if he had another race or if he was just practicing stuff, but yeah, he's been at it all night, as he often is. Nice swag stab from Cantaloupe.
Well, he's good on bombs. Farming here. Oh, gets the fairies instead. Oh, double bombs. Very nice. Yeah, that room has the static bomb when you kill them all, but then, of course, you can get the...
Yep.
I don't know if that was his 10?
No, I looked away, so I wasn't counting along, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was either a 10 or a luck.
Now we're going into Manhandla, the biggest RNG point early in the run. Cantaloupe gets a nice Manhandla. jkoper, not quite as nice, but he does get the bomb. So they're both out, both with 8 bombs, and we got a race going.
All right, headed up to 4. So far, it's going to look like a normal any percent.
Yeah, the routes start to diverge from most of the any percent routes after 4. We'll explain as we go. But right now we need a ladder out of here, and then the Triforce. Little casually, they kind of clearly intended you to have the white sword for this, but we don't need it. It's faster to do it underpowered, so we do. And so that means that there's not really much to farm off of in here, so you have to be very careful about setting up counts to maintain your bombs. So it's really good for both of them. They left 3 with 8 bombs, and 10th enemy has the bomb in this game. If you kill 10 enemies in a row and bomb the last one, you will get a bomb. Or if you kill more than 10, you can store. If you kill something with the 10th without a bomb, with a sword or something else, you can force a 5 rupee. See, Cantaloupe got a 5er in the NSU. jkoper got a bomb. Early game money will speed you up in this category because there is a lot of money needed on the route. So.
Yeah, and this dungeon doesn't have a static bomb at all, right?
No, they're
Yeah.
no. It's so if you run out of bombs here, you can get the ladder, but yeah, then you have to leave. There's no way to continue through it. I mean, you could go if you could sword down the manhandla. I suppose you could get to Gliok, but short of that,
Oh, you
there's
don't need one bomb for the wall to Giliok? There's a straight path?
Well, there is, but there's a manhandla with a shutter door in the way, so that's kind of hard to do without a bomb too. Alright, Cantaloupe first into the Gliok fight. jkoper detouring a bit to make sure he gets that bomb for us. Cantaloupe takes down Gliok, and he's out.
I was getting a little nervous for him. That first half of that combat was really good. That second half, there was a couple bops in there.
jkoper getting what we call the error key, because Error 72 added it to the route. Cantaloupe skipped that, so he'll get a different key later, usually either the Muldorms or in level 2, or else he'll pirouette in level 1. We'll see. And yeah, that's a pretty fast start for a race. So we're going to level 2 now. The reason we don't just go to 1 is there's a required heart container between 4 and 1, and we want to have the candle before we walk that way so we don't have to double back. So instead we're going to world wrap and get the heart containers over here, going from the east coast to the west coast.
And we do this double world wrap twice in this category, right? Because once they go up, and then one time they go to 2. Is that right?
No, they go to 2 now.
Oh, they go to down. Okay.
Yeah. There might be 2 first routes that world wrap twice, but usually not. Usually it's
okay.
you can only pick up the hearts on the coast once, so you usually route them in most runs. You route them in once and not twice, but. Cantaloupe into level 2. He needs the magical boomerang out of here. The magical boomerang room is noticeably harder than everything else in 2, which is these pretty wimpy snakes that are called ropes. But magical boomerang room, there are fireball turrets and 3 blue Gurias, which take 5 hit points of damage. The usual strat is to stab and bomb each of them. Cantaloupe does have 5 bombs, so probably do something along those lines just about now in this room coming up. Meanwhile, jkoper not too far behind him, gonna pick up this 30, and if you blinked you might have missed it because he was standing on it when it spawned, but that was the magical boomerang after he killed those Gurias. He's skipping the Muldorm, so he'll have to pirouette entering level 1, which jkoper will not have to do because he got the EN4. So subtract 6 seconds from Cantaloupe's lead over that. A very nice 2 for Cantaloupe.
Oh, I was right at the last second there. Went up. Let's see. He's sitting at 71 rupees. He'll go grab the 100. Is he going to grab another 30?
Yeah. Yeah. And jkoper into his magical breakfast room too. Yeah, 70 is a pretty good. You're gonna have to buy. Oh, jkoper's been doing this in 100%. He's the only one who does this. He goes up. He goes up this way, and I haven't timed it out, so I don't know if this actually works. But I guess the old man text is certainly potentially faster than the rope room he's skipping. So I have to actually time it out and see if he's if he's onto something there, because no one else is doing that. So yeah, Cantaloupe's going to grab this 30. He'll go into the northeast and get the 100 and the letter. Do not forget the letter.
Yeah. Which he'll never give to the old lady.
No. You can route in some extra money and buy yourself a potion, but Cantaloupe's not going to do that.
Yeah, the 100% in the name is a little misnomer too. Like definitely like casual when you're like, wait, you didn't get all this stuff.
Yeah, if you're mad that they're not getting the magical shield, there is a 100% plus category on the category extensions board where they get the magical shield and also all the maps and compasses, which are not part of this run. So,
oh yeah, that would
in every game, there's always a dispute over what does 100% mean. Like, is
right. Picking up his blue candle. And
they both remembered the letter. Oh, I'm always scared I have to disqualify someone for missing stuff in this category because that would be such a lame way for a race to be adjudicated.
I mean, they're 11 minutes in. They'd have enough time to go remember at some point.
Yeah, but if the letter is easy to forget because it's not. Letter is not optional. Letter is required. Potion is optional. But the letter is a permanent item in your inventory, so it does count for 100%. Cantaloupe going in to get the bomb upgrade before he fights the Dark Nuts in the recorder room. He's going to try and build up a count to force more bombs.
Yeah, and I just learned the trick about the boomerang and the old man. That was interesting. I didn't know that if you smacked him right in the face, it counts as about 7 hits or 7 kills.
Yeah, it's 7 kills, and then from a distance, it's either 1 or 2. You can't actually tell because it depends how many frames it lands on him. But yeah, we use that in Swordless, but they won't do that here because it would be extra menuing.
I just didn't know that was a thing. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you guys during my race talking about that, and Swordless Twitch Flip was saying I'm probably getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was right the way he explained it.
It's interesting the different categories have little nuances like that you don't see in other.
Yeah, there's stuff you don't think about. Who's leading right now? Cantaloupe is just a little bit ahead. He just got his recorder. Jkoper's going into the fight with Dark Nuts now.
Cantaloupe was on fire. I missed that whole combat altogether. That's how fast it was.
Yep. And jkoper almost done, but not having quite as good a recorder room as Cantaloupe did.
Still leaving with 4 bombs.
Yeah. Preserving bombs is in a race that's a little more important than getting the fastest room possible, because it's not like we're going to reset if the room's slow.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want the room to be too slow, because...
Yeah, you want to leave at least 1 bomb behind so you can get another bomb, but maybe an extra one.
Right, Cantaloupe takes out Dig Dogger, and he is done with level 5. jkoper, meanwhile, in the back half of 5. Ooh, he's taking some unwanted damage from Gibdos as he grabs that bomb.
now would be a good time to mention the death rules.
Oh yeah, since it's a no up A category, if they die in a dungeon, they have to return to the room where they died at some point during the run. If they die on the overworld, they have to return to that screen immediately. Now Cantaloupe, now he does have his candle, so he whistled back to 4, and he's going to grab this heart container and a little bit of money on the way back to 1.
The walk to the Dig Dogger, you're not actually in combat here, but you just the chances to take a hit on accident it just makes it so much difficult.
Yeah, there are little nuances to how to dodge stuff in every room that you learn over the years. Good Dig Dogger fight for jkoper despite the low health, and he's out of 5 himself.
Cantaloupeme looks like he's building his count up.
Yeah, I see what he was doing. He needs 80 rupees at the end of 1 to afford the arrows. Otherwise, he has to get a backup 30. So forcing that rupee on the Stalfos got him where he needs to be. jkoper is probably going to have to get the backup 30 because he only has 17 rupees right now.
No, this isn't a randomized one.
Is this even randomized? No, it's not. Everything very predictable.
One's coming in, one's about to leave.
Cantaloupe a little over half a level 1 ahead.
Right now he's heading to 6, and he's going to grab a bunch of stuff on the way, right?
Correct. Yeah. Boss of level 6 is a coma, so we have to buy arrows, and power bracelet is required because it's a permanent item. Permanent non-upgradable item, and so they're going to grab that under this Armos up. They're also doing a route where they're actually going to use the power bracelet, as we'll see after 6.
That dropping nice swag.
Well, it's not just swag. Dropping a bomb on that Armos prevents him from messing with you while you're screen scrolling. So if you have the bombs to spare, it's nice to get him out of the way like that.
I was saying he did the clip to get into the stairs sideways when he was going into the shot, which is fun.
Yeah, that saves a little bit of time, so you don't have to wait for the P-hat to get out. You notice it also changes the spawn in the graveyard, so the guinea's in your way, and he actually did have to stab the guinea because of that. So it's debatable whether it actually saves time overall, but it does look cool either way.
Six with 6 bombs, not too bad.
He was hoping to get some more from those Wizrobes. They did not cooperate. And this is the backup 30 that jkoper needs to get so he can afford his arrows. That's between the menu and the candle flame and the second menu and the old man text. That costs about 15 seconds, so that's why Cantaloupe was going out of his way to get that 5 in 1. Cantaloupe has a high 35 in this category, which is extremely good. I don't know offhand what jkoper's PB is, but pretty sure it's not that strong. But in a race, you're not going to see a 35 in a race. But Cantaloupe did put up a 36 in qualifiers, so he can get pretty impressive times in this when he gets going. He's done this category in marathons, and both of these guys are very experienced runners. They were both already in the community before the 2015 tournament, and so some grizzled veterans. Yeah, OGs is another way to put it. jkoper gets his magical sword as Cantaloupe getting his wand, so Cantaloupe about half a dungeon ahead now.
I mean, doesn't Cantaloupe's dog also play the NES? I mean, an OG as well.
Don't know that he has a dog. Maybe you're thinking of JSR.
Oh, I thought that was his dog who went to GDQ.
No,
too sleepy.
But JSR and Cantaloupe do have a 2-player 1-controller run of this game, so it's not completely crazy to confuse them.
Well, he should get a dog, and then they should play Nintendo together.
I think he's more of a cat person, actually, but.
All right. Yeah, he's just slightly ahead by 1 dungeon almost. The Goma's nothing, as long as you get him on the.
Yeah. Yeah, Goma's really a puzzle, because there's an old man that tells you aim for the eyes of Goma, and you have to figure out that you need an arrow to kill him. We already know that, so.
Up and down to get those better spawns.
That was nice with Cantaloupe. Yeah. Oh, did he reload? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unos actually calls that the Cantaloupe reload, because that's certainly in a race. That's his safety strat. Because if you don't do that, you just have to hold down and take a half-heart damage from a P-hat. So he taking that, a second or two to change the spawns works well for him. And he got through the screen damageless because of it, so. Cantaloupe's clipping up into the HUD. The reason we do that is because you can't screen scroll across this screen with all the bushes on it unless you're in the HUD, so he does that, and has to clip out of it because there's some weirdness to the HUD has like obstacles that are mirrored from the playfield, so you have to clip around them and know where to walk. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to soft lock yourself. So
yeah,
but he knows exactly where he's going, so it's precisely where he's supposed to be, and he's into level 8. Kills the manhandler. He's going to get the book. The book makes the wand shoot fire, which you will likely not see in this run.
Which I feel makes it more dangerous. I hurt myself more with the fire.
Yeah, that's why in the randomizer there are flags to change what the book does, because for most people feel that picking up the book with its vanilla functionality just makes the wand harder to use, so people skip it. So as the randomizer was developed, there's a boomstick flag where it can shoot bombs, and then there's one flag where it can give you maps, and there's another I'm forgetting about. You see jkoper taking that P-hat hit, and unfortunately also taking a Lionel beam, which is not ideal, but it's very hard to avoid.
Cantaloupeme got the optional manhandler kill because manhandler just gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah. I think with this spawn, after you get the book, it's closer to the middle, so that happens.
Did you get a bomb off of your race today against jkoper?
Yeah.
On your man?
Yeah, that happened. That happened. Yeah, that happened to me in Swordless, which is nice because there's any category where you want bombs, which is every category, but especially without a sword. All right, so Cantaloupe's going to go up here and get the magical key. There's one more key door. He has one key in his inventory. He's going to use it and get the magical key, but first he has a blue Goma to kill, which the blue Gomas take 3 arrows and gets the good pattern in the one cycle, which is nice to see. Ooh, it's squeezed in the heading into the staircase, but he does have his almighty lion key.
jkoper entering his level 8 now.
Yep.
Nice bombs on the floor.
He manages to get a bomb off Manhandle, which is nice. Manhandle, when you have a magical sword, isn't quite as intimidating because you can slice off the leaves in one hit. But it's still nice to kill him with a bomb and get your bombs. And 100% with up A, you go into level 8 early and up A away from the book, which means you have 2 underpowered Manhandle fights, which makes it pretty much unraceable. So, so 100% no up A is a better race category, I think. I mean, you could just do this route and up A couple places, but that wouldn't be too interesting.
I feel like there's not too much like backtracking for the 100% no up A versus like up A.
Yeah, I mean there are. I mean, it's the same thing as any percent, but that early book dive that the up 100% route does makes it very grindy to get a run started if you're doing that route. jkoper could really use some health drops now. Okay.
Ooh, fair.
Yeah, those blue darknets are in the health group, so they can randomly drop parts and fairies, but sometimes they don't. So that fairy was a nice relief. So Cantaloupe grabbing this 100 secret, that'll pay for the next bomb upgrade, which there are 2 bomb upgrades. The second one's in 7. Route 7 late in this category because 7 costs keys. So doing it after the magical key lets you skip some keys earlier. Why does their game UI look different? Just different capture cards. I know Cantaloupe has a modified console, so his picture's a little crisper.
I'm sure they're both playing on.
Yeah, they're both playing
hardware.
on. Yeah, they're both playing on hardware for sure. But Cantaloupe has an RGB modded one, so his.
Now, emulators are allowed, but there is a bit of an advantage on original hardware.
Yeah,
especially
particularly
for the blue dark nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Particularly on the dark nuts. A lot of this game you don't even notice the input lag, but the dark nuts you definitely do. jkoper into his Gleeok fight now.
Ooh, got a little scary there. All right, getting his red candle, which is required. They have the blue, but you have to get the red one.
Mm. in the 2019 multi-category tournament, RC Drone, who at the time ran a blue candle route and any percent, was at a very exciting race with Cantaloupe that turned on him. Drone forgetting the red candle and having to backtrack the room, and Cantaloupe caught up. But so we didn't do a multi-category this time. You can enter as many as you want. Oh, jkoper apparently whistled to the wrong place.
Sure, the
All right,
whistles are different than like any percent, right? So if you're just muscle memorying it.
Yeah.
Because normally we do 7 first and not 8.
Yeah, you do in any percent you do 7, 6, 8, 9, unless you do 6, 8, 7, 9. So yeah, the whistle route's a little different. Cantaloupe gonna chop Aquamentus down in 2 strokes with the magical sword. He's now about almost an entire level 7 ahead.
I feel like he's had almost the same lead the entire time.
Yeah. If nothing goes wrong, this run's pretty consistent because you get the bomb upgrade, and so people don't. Level 5 doesn't go sideways quite as badly as in any percent. So yeah, they're pretty smooth sailing. I think Cantaloupe's lead has built little by little as we've gone, but yeah, he's on a easy like 37 pace, maybe better.
Like I say, getting the red ring can be a bit tricky, but Cantaloupe looks like he's just gonna just grab it and not even take damage at this rate.
Yeah, or just tank some damage from the Patra, and that's about it. You can get through that Patra damage list, but it's not easy. So some people don't even bother going for it. We'll see what he does.
I had a split second where I was like, oh, he didn't grab a potion, but yeah, he can't grab a potion easily. So
yeah, he would have to grab another 30 somewhere and then go to a potion shop, and he really doesn't need it.
Yeah, no. Way out.
Yeah.
Dodge. Oh,
almost perfect. Yeah, almost perfect on that. He just got, but taking only 1 hit's great there. I usually take 2. So.
Yeah, you could take like a couple of hits here and still be fine.
Yeah, gets the clip. He gets the red ring. Yeah, and the red ring cuts his damage in a quarter, so it's really hard to.
Oh no!
Oh no! jkoper gets wall mastered, so he has to walk all the way back to the wall master room. Hate to see that.
Flashbacks of my race.
Oh, did you get wall mastered?
I got wall mastered.
Patra actually got out of the way for him there, so he could walk through it without damage. The Patra satellite's hitboxes don't appear right away. That's why he could walk through that easily. Ooh, nice clock.
Oh, my goodness, that was a quick run. Well, I think we know what round 1's going to, unless cantaloupeme just his controller dies.
I mean, Cantaloupe could like lose his mind and start dying over and over again, but that's not super likely.
He'd have to take Oh man, like 6 hits to the red Rizro to the face here.
No.
It's still gonna deal with 1 heart of damage each time.
Yeah. Now the spawn in the reverse C here is kind of nasty. They don't group up as so you can bomb them easily. So you'll see he's bumping into the Wizrobes. That's on purpose because he doesn't want to bump into the bubbles and lose his sword. And he does that very efficiently. And he's got his silvers. Silver's at 34.52. We could be looking at a 36 here, which is really impressive in a race.
All right, and now finding the Aquamentus, finishing up 7.
Yep.
No pancake breakfast today. Or Link is the breakfast.
Very nice Wizrobe trap. He got a favorable orange Wizrobe spawn and cleaned up the blues very expertly. Probably see a fast patter here. You can base tank as much as you want with the red ring. Oh, he was trying to do a swag thing, but it mistimed it. That's okay.
I just left a heart on the floor. Oh, almost this time.
Get your GGs in chat for Cantaloupe, finishing this off with an race time GG time of 36.52.
Crazy fast.
Yeah. jkoper has forfeited, and we will have game 2 here momentarily.
Oh, so close to the red ring. This is the best 2 out of 3, so there could be even a game 3 there.
Yes.
Are they going just immediately, or are we taking a short little break?
They've both joined the new race room, but I'm asking if they need a time. I assume they want a quick break between. Oh. An auto start off, but it went, and I think they're ready, so I think we're good.
Chat making me laugh. I don't think I can scream into my mic. I'm surrounded by 3 sleeping cats. So.
Starting in just 10 seconds here with the restream delay. Here they go.
I think all the swords are magical because all of them can shoot the beams, which is not a normal sword thing to do.
That's true, but only with full health. There's a lot about this game you don't want to think too hard about. Like, what angle are we looking at this room from anyway? We're seeing Link on his side, but we're top down, but somehow our brains process it like it looks normal. Also, why do we have one key that works in any? We have keys that work in any doors that you spend, but then one key that works in every door that doesn't get spent. None of that has anything to do with how keys work, but just go with it.
And you have to think, like, everyone has to be carrying around a fairy in their hands, but they only drop it on the 16th kill. Are they just, like, counting? Like... I don't think anybody's going for manips, right?
No, I don't think either of them have even learned them, so. Because they both have been playing since people just grinded for the best 3 you could get. And with Cantaloupe was at one point 7 seconds away from the world record. He was the second person ever to get sub 29 in any percent no up A. He grinded very hard for good 3s and spent a lot of time in this level.
It's definitely a tricky one to learn right away because it's like, all right, now do like immediately 2 screen scrolls.
Yeah.
Ooh, a nice kill. Jkoper there. Oh, and both of them.
Both out. And handling not spoiling anyone's race.
Nice lead. Nobody really... 2 rupees for jkoper, but that's not really anything of an advantage so far. Extra Goma shot. Dungeon 4 was the dungeon that you gotta learn your bomb counts, otherwise you just cannot get past it.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of these runners are gonna have a problem with that.
jkoper, yeah, he was obviously setting up a force. He got hit, but then got a lucky bomb and a lucky heart to get beams back. So game showing some mercy there. Both of them being a little bit cautious in the breakfast room. You can't like just throw away all your bombs like you would in a PB attempt. You need some to continue, and Cantaloupe a little bit ahead at the ladder.
Souls being mean. Or gels. Solits. I Again, we see the little bit of a key divergence here.
Now, last time,
Very clean.
yeah, last time Cantaloupe pirouetted, I don't know if he'll do that every time or if he selects based on the Moldarm pattern. Because the Moldarm's in level 2 is in theory the fastest of the optional keys to route, but it's very high variance. Like it can be as fast as like 4 seconds, like any other combat key, but it can also spread out and sometimes even if you're planning on getting it, you can look at the pattern and be like, I think this is going to take more than 6 seconds, and it would be better just to pirouette.
Alright, time for the world wrap.
But the nice thing about the error key, which jkoper got, even though it's 9.5 seconds, it lets you set up a bomb count so he could force on those fires. Also, the fires are in a nice bombable pattern when you get that key, so it has some things to recommend it, even if it is not quite as fast as some of the alternatives. It can make other parts of the run faster.
Yeah, my problem is I always set up the count and then I walk in and I just bump right into the the fire as I drop my bomb.
jkoper's just a couple screens behind you. Cantaloupe also ahead by 5 rupees, which may come into play. Oh.
Double tap.
Yeah. So, if you press, presumably he was pressing left a little too early there, because if you press a perpendicular direction as you're leaving the raft or a cave, it can grid you back in, and sometimes we do that on purpose in level 1 to do the pirouette as fast as possible, but it's very easy to do it by accident in a lot of places. And so it's not that he hit up by accident, he just hit left too early. Alright, Cantaloupe into the magical boomerang room. Stab bomb, stab bomb, and
Stab.
yeah, he started down the last guy because he didn't want to lose the menu by spending his last bomb. Skipping the Moldarms again. So. Going for the pirouette. Same as last time. I'm about 68 rupees.
Definitely much closer race this time.
Yeah, certainly in the beginning. Yeah.
More dorms spared today.
But jkoper didn't go his alternate route this time. Maybe because he has fewer bombs than he wanted. I'm not sure.
Cantaloupeme just collecting his money.
Yep. Getting his stuff from the northeast once again.
And they didn't forget the letter, so he's grabbing it right now.
Yep.
I think you like to grab yours on the way back, right?
Yeah, you can do it either way. I always forget. I always forget which one's faster, but even in theory, they're very, very close, so it doesn't matter that much.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
Now, you do a head clip. Does that save time, or is that just like avoid damage?
Mostly for swag. It's a little bit to avoid damage, although the Tektites can jump up there once in a while. But
I can see it right near the hearts there.
But it's also fun to do. But
Tech.
yeah, because of the obstacles in the HUD, you have to walk around a bit when you clip up there, so it doesn't save as much time as it would if you could just like walk straight on the bottom row of the HUD. You can't do that. So unless your clip's super fast, it doesn't really save much.
Yeah, if the HUD just lets you walk left and right, I feel like that would be a very different game because we would just be in the HUD all the time.
I mean, not that many places where you can where it's pays to go up in the HUD, but there would certainly be more places if it were just open playfield up there. All right, Cantaloupe getting the bomb upgrade now. Jkoper not too far behind him, entering 5. Enter through the Armos in 5 because it skips the animation of Link walking in and out of the door. Also, scrolling in, it's closer, but even coming in from the bottom glitchless, it's a little bit faster to go that way, which is what... it doesn't work on this route, but on routes where you whistle up after level 6, you can also do that at the level 6 Armos, but you won't see that in this round.
Yeah, different armors, at least the left-hand one, but similar to the HUD.
I don't know if they were intending to have entrances to other places, but there's only ever one cave destination per screen, even if there are 2 entrances. But when you do go through the Armos, not only does it skip the animation of Link walking up the stairs on the way in, it also skips that animation on the way out for whatever reason. The game remembers how you came in, so you just appear a little bit faster at the end of the dungeon.
Didn't quite get the packs there.
Saves more than it might look like. Alright, so Jkoper in his recorder room now. Not bad, better room than he had last time. And
this is gonna... Ooh, nice dodge. Oh. Alright, that's so many hearts for Cantaloupe. I can't imagine this fight going anywhere sideways.
now, stab, stab, stab. Hear the whistle.
It grabs the fairy.
Yeah. Yeah. Occasionally people ask why go back and grab the fairy if you're just gonna get the Triforce. Well, the Triforce takes time to fill up, which is one of the interesting things about this speedrun is the damage system. It costs time to finish the level with some damage, so you can walk like, I think it's up to 3 tiles out of the way to get a fairy, and it still pays off, because every half heart is another 21 frames, so it saves 2/3 of a second for every heart you pick up, and multiply that by 3 when you get a fairy. So, that's why he backtracked to grab that.
Just a little heart for jkoper there. No fair.
Cantaloupe
Cantaloupe
now leading by
already won.
just about the length of this overworld segment. Cantaloupe pirouetting, which jkoper will not need to do, so save. He'll make up about 6 seconds just on that, but Cantaloupe
Nothing
into
too
the
crazy
boat.
in one.
Yeah. Well, this time both runners are way behind on Ruby, so they're both gonna need to get at that extra 30. Cantaloupe got a little more money, but unless he's gonna set up, 11 rupees real quick on the Wall Masters, he's gonna have to go to the backup.
Just in case
jkoper
you don't
already.
know, they're regular boomerang in that room there.
Yeah. Even if they wanted to pick it up, it wouldn't do anything because they already have the magical boomerang in their inventory.
They don't even
so
use the magical boomerang. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. The one place in this run you can use the magical boomerang without to benefit is in level 7. If you run out of bombs right before the bomb upgrade and auto menu to it, it saves a tick on the menu, and you can use it to kill Keese in the river room. But yeah, you don't see it very much.
Yeah, the game only keeps like the highest level weapon. So if you were to somehow skip like the wood sword, grab the mage sword, when you go and grab the wood sword, you would just nothing would happen.
Yeah. jkoper and Kingdoll had a series in the 2019 multi category where they made a side agreement in the any percent and 100% races to skip the sword until magical sword. It was very fun to watch. And in 100% no upA, they had to route around the death warp rules, because obviously in sword lets you upA all the time. So that they would like backtrack to a room they knew they were going to come back to and die on purpose. And I think that video is still on YouTube somewhere in the SpeedGaming archives.
Speaking of magical swords, he's getting his now.
Yep.
I never get that like master using it and you can have it. It's like, don't I need it to play with to master it? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not how I would phrase like you can pick this up when you have a certain number of heart containers. But like, what do you mean I guess what they're saying is if you get good enough at fighting, you can have it. But like, it's really not what it means. Yeah, you just kind of have to know.
The old man's been hanging out in a cave too long without, any human interaction. Or
one of a few things that I remember being confused by that as a kid. Like, what does that mean? But the other thing that confused me is why I couldn't use the raft to get to the coast heart. Isn't it supposed to go over water? And why can a ladder go over one tile of water, but a raft can't unless it has a dock? But just the rules. Just go with it.
It's got to do with tides. You know how it is.
Yeah. Alright, so we're both in 6. Well, jkoper is. Now we're both in 6. Cantaloupe in the wand room. Get his magical rod after he clears these guys out. Keeping beams. Very nice.
A little early for his swag sword there, but could be clearing out of keys. Who knows?
No, so jkoper left the candle out after getting the backup 30 and used it to to burn a keys there. It's fun.
And Cantaloupe, he's making these like hard rooms just look like normal, casual like rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these there are slightly different strats in this category because where enemies spawn is determined by your route. And obviously, when we're going into extra rooms to get the items that we skip in any percent, the spawns are a little different. But he's been doing this a long time, and he knows exactly what to do. And Cantaloupe, out of getting the Triforce in 6, just after jkoper has the wand, so out a half dungeon apart now. Cantaloupe doing his reload again. It's through clean.
Use of his power bracelet.
Yeah, I know. Unos came up with this route. They're both running, and he was very pleased that he could find a time save by using the power bracelet.
I'm a little surprised they didn't make it a power glove, unless that wasn't out when the.
I think the power glove was after this game, but certainly after it came out in Japan, I think. Alright, quick back half for jkoper. He's now about to start the trip we just watched Cantaloupe do. Oop. Cantaloupe using the magical sword there to finish off those leaves, because the magical sword and bombs do the same amount of damage. But
Yeah, bombs are nice because they have an area effect, but sword is nice because it's so much quicker.
Cantaloupe at the book. jkoper gonna get this 100 and then join him in 8. Most of the 100% route is a little easier than any percent. 8 is quite a bit harder because in addition to the 2 Darknet rooms, which are part of the any percent run, these going into the book and the magical key adds more and more chances to lose health.
Down to 4 hearts. I feel like sometimes the no fairy luck really make or break the level 8.
Yeah. Cantaloupe's being a little more careful because of the health situation. He got a few hearts, but good Goma pattern again. If you miss a cycle on Goma, it's 8 seconds to wait for him to open his eye again. When he comes straight down the middle, it's not too bad to get those 3 shots in. If he goes left, you have to very quickly move to a particular half tile and for a shot, and then another half tile for the next 2 shots. And if he goes right, then you need to move to a particular half tile, another particular half tile, and a third particular half tile for each shot in order to get it in one cycle. So you can do it with practice, but there's some luck involved in how easy or hard that fight is. jkoper throwing bombs down. Since the bomb upgrade in 7 is coming up, you don't really need to have the wall into Gliok and the wall into the bomb upgrade in 7, and that's about all you need. So you can use it for some damage on these wall masters if you want, or these dark nuts if you want. Cantaloupe taking down Gliok, gets that heart. jkoper got a tough Goma pattern, but got a 2 cycle out of it.
Killed the Gliok, and then like a fireball came afterwards. I have been killed to that. And it's...
Yeah, I have too. It's very... Yeah, and a death in 8 is devastating because the dark nuts all come back, so... Cantaloupe buying his premium meat in the forest, which happens to be faster than getting the cheap meat because of how things work.
Why you can demand an upcharge.
Yeah.
It's also a nice little ethical dilemma. Like, some of these enemies are actually bad. They're sentient, and they're like, you know, trying to hide.
So, Cantaloupe into 7, jkoper on his way.
Fancy beat.
Oh, that was really funny. So, because that bomb spawned on the very far right, there's a glitch where your hitbox becomes active at the edge of the screen, and because he picked up an item there and he glitched out the sound. I've seen this before, but it's pretty rare and pretty fun to see. Like, the sound will be back on. The music's back on now, but the reason the music in jkoper's game just stopped for a second was because of where that bomb spawned.
I think if you do like screen transition that's not a staircase as the bomb goes off, it also cuts the sound off too, right?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. Well, you'll notice that I don't know if you noticed there was the sound when he picked up the bomb. It wasn't like a pick up a bomb sound. It was like it's the sound that we don't have Cantaloupe's audio on, but it's the sound of the hoist when you get an item, and I think that's because the game is in a special state when you're in a basement and a couple other things, so it gets wacky when some unintended stuff happens all at once.
I know, I was messing around trying to see if you could get grayscale in non-stairway cases, and I lost sound.
Oh, really? Huh. It's interesting. I'd have to
Couldn't
look
get
at
the
exactly
grayscale,
what you did.
but
Oh.
I might have the recording of it.
Cantaloupe using arrows on the wall masters. The bubble pattern didn't want him to hug the wall, so he went to a sub weapon.
APC Aquamantis kill. No fairy grab this time. Oh, maybe he'll shoot it. Kentel, I mean, still has a lead, but not as big as last time.
Yeah. Knock on wood, jkoper won't get wall mastered again.
Yeah. That is pretty rare, but it does happen. Especially because of those bubbles. I think we said last time, like, Green Mario got wall mastered in one of his races too, right?
I don't remember. It wouldn't shock me. Because I know in PB attempts he does a super risky strat in there, and it doesn't go wrong for him that often, but it can. I think if you watch his world record, you'll see this. He damage boosts off a wall master as he kills it to iframe through the other ones, and it's very fast and very scary looking.
Man, already in level 9. That's crazy. We're gonna be looking at what, like another 36?
I didn't notice the time, but be able to tell better at the silver arrows. But yeah, it's certainly a good pace.
Gotta get his red ring and his silvers, and that's it. All the requirements.
Alright, red ring for Cantaloupe as jkoper enters level 9.
Ooh, got the nice patcher skip again. See if he gets this quick combat room like last time. They lined up really well.
Yeah, he didn't get as good a orange wizard spawn, but yeah, that room's actually really fun in 100% because you saw where he put the bomb on that.
Yeah.
That right. That'll always hit all three of the blues because of how they start after you get the red ring, which is not the case in 90%. There are different strats you can do in 90%, but yeah, I find it a lot of fun to kill that room because you always get some, assuming you have a bomb to spare, you always get some good damage to start. jkoper with the red ring now. As Cantaloupe enters the River Sea. So he gets bubbled, which is not ideal. Throws down some bombs, and he gets one back, so...
Another bubble looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, but got the
not
bomb.
quite as smooth as last time, but still a pretty fast room. Managed to bomb wisely. And yeah, we're looking at either low 37, maybe a high 36 if he goes fast in this final stretch.
Yeah, that reverse clip is, I find, very tricky.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it's the only place in the run where you clip from that angle, and there's no way to practice it nervous. And anytime you're on
Yeah.
PvP in level 9, you're going to be nervous. So so it's.
I like
really
to do
high
it in 5 just to get that one extra practice in before you're kind of.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you doing that. I meant to ask. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's no real pressure there. So if you mess up, you can always just push the block, but you get a good try to do it as a flow.
Yeah, I mean, I almost said to you, I think it's faster to just push it, but practicing for the other reverse clip does make some sense. All right, jkoper into the silver arrow room now. He will. Oh, Glock.
Oh, nice.
They're not grouped up, but makes the room free. And Cantaloupe gets his swag bomb. He dropped a bomb in the staircase and transitioned the screen while it was gray.
Is there a term for that? Like the chroma screen or the grayscale?
Grayscale. Sure, some people have other nicknames for it, but just a little bit of swag we like to do at the cost of the 8 frames of throwing down that bomb.
GG Cantaloupe.
Yeah, that is a 3707 for Cantaloupe, and jkoper not too far behind him.
Yeah, much closer this game. The whole way. Now, I'm not rooting for anyone in particular, but I am glad Cantaloupe won because I could not stay awake for game 3.
We have Cantaloupe in the booth with us. GG, sir.
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Great runs tonight. We got a high 36 and a low 37. So putting on a clinic. GG's.
Oh, well, thank you. Go ahead.
We're into the Ganon fight now.
Hopefully he gets him.
Yeah, he's got the red ring and a reasonable amount of health, so I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Are you listening?
Oh yeah. I always listen on vanilla races just so I can, adjust strats, as need be and all that good stuff. It's a good strategy.
I apologize for confusing.
jkoper finishing up with a 38-48, and see if he wants to join us.
Yeah, I've also been up for 24 hours.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to take a nap to be up for this.
They switched my work schedule yesterday, so I usually work nights. Well, I had to work 4 to midnight, and then woke up at what was it? Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, played a round of golf today, had dinner, having allergy attacks, and then went in this. So yeah, it was an eventful day.
Yeah. And jkoper joining us now. GG, you had an eventful day too. We had a race at 6:30 p.m. and then here we are at hours and hours later. You're still racing. How you holding up?
I don't know. I'm pretty tired, but
yeah. Well, pretty good time on the second one. I know of the first run probably not super pleasing for you, but
yeah.
But any thoughts?
I mean, it's kind of irrelevant that what the first one wasn't that great.
Yeah.
To it's doing way past my PB anyway. So, yeah, I had a real chance at a PB in the second round there. So that would have been
what is your
fun.
what is your PB in this? I don't
Whatever's
even know.
on the splits there, 30-36.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So a really good run for you. If you can get close to your PB in a race, you're doing real well usually.
I don't know if
I
I'd
think
say it was a really good run for me. I apparently have 16 runs on these splits, so.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's if you don't have the time in the category, it's hard to say, but
yeah, it was just it was good enough, I guess.
yeah. Well, it was an entertaining couple of races, so thanks for doing this.
No problem. Yeah, it's always fun to race you, jkoper. I mean, we've raced Brando, we've raced over the years. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, you too, GG Harold, and
I remember that last Rando race that we did. It was like what, 6-7 seconds, something silly like that.
I do vaguely recall that. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, go out there and win it for the the old guys. So,
The old guard. Yes. Yeah. Somebody's got to be there for the old guard. So we'll see what happens. It's a long road ahead.
Yeah, and we do appreciate that you guys are still around, keeping the flame as we bring in new players. It's nice to have the veterans with us as well. So this was a pleasure. And anyone have any final thoughts before we go to bed?
No, I'm good. I mean, I think bed's a pretty good option. I'm down with that.
All right. GG, sir. Thanks to SpeedGaming for the restream. We had T Sigma doing the cropping in the background for us, which was nice of him. And thanks to jkoper and Cantaloupe for some entertaining runs. And thanks to Red Octorok for joining me on commentary. I think tomorrow, we have races around 9, but I don't have the schedule in front of me, and I'm not going to pull it up. Good night.
Later, y'all.
and everyone.